All right, good morning, YouTube. We are going to leave this trade on the chart here and look at it for a second. And now we'll jump straight into it because I know a few of you guys are happy to see this trade as the trade on my chart for today because I know a lot of people were looking at AUD USD and I know a lot of you took it too. I already put out a post first thing this morning about it as well to kind of see who else was able to take this trade because I know over the weekend quite a few people are mentioning that they were looking at AUD when the markets open back up. I know I definitely was. There was a few other pairs like New Zealand US dollar, US dollar franc. US dollar franc was a little messy, but it played out. New Zealand US dollar played out too, but it was a negative R, so I didn't take it. I didn't take US franc either, by the way. Just took AUD USD. It was obviously the most clean setup. And I was waiting for quite some time for price to fall back below here. But before we jump into the trade today, first things first, the account is up. We are at $6,184.79 on this 2K to 10K flip challenge. And this trade made $388.70. Respectfully, the people in the comments that are saying they've back tested this strategy and it's got a 40% win rate and it's not working, respectfully, we've been on here for almost a month straight, taken almost 20 trades. We've taken 18 trades, and every single trade we've taken, this is live testing, it's not back testing, keep that in mind. Every single trade we've taken's been exactly the same, exactly the same. The exact same strategy, the exact same entries, the exact same model. CCT, candle continuation theory. This is from Trades by SCI. It's my mechanical version of it. Respectfully, I don't think they're back testing properly, and I don't think they're taking into consideration that you can have multiple pairs like this. I think probably the biggest issue for some people is that they don't understand the POIs. They probably think that a POI is only just that it's only just the line from the previous daily candle, but a POI could be any daily candle you close through. It's not going to be in this example clearly, but let me even jump over to my resources because I want to show that in the beginning of each video as well. Follow me on Twitter, links in the video description, but also the reason you're going to want to go to my Twitter is I've left a resource in the top here. It is a trading checklist and it's got some trading rules, just some things to abide by when you're trying to learn this strategy and implement it. But look at this image right here. This is talking about POIs. When a daily candle closes beyond any point like that, any high or low of a previous daily candle, in this case highs because you're closing higher, that's a POI. It's not just the previous candle. So a lot of these people, and honestly, it's only been two, but two is enough to even say something about people saying they're back testing it and it doesn't work, something doesn't add up. Are you guys watching the live test? Are you guys watching the live forward testing in which we're actually showing the same exact setup every single day? The same one. The same exact setup on a daily basis is appearing on the charts. I don't know anyone else that can say that about the silver bullet model or a very specific ICT model. It switches up every day. They have a way to read the charts. We have a strategy that appears on the charts. Very, very, very big difference. So without further ado, this is the CCT trading checklist. It's just a free resource I put together in my Twitter profile. It has 5 steps that you can follow on a daily basis to basically set up your charts, and then it's got a basic framework, some trading rules, and so on and so forth. With some images that way you guys can refer back to. Also at the very top, I've put our framework image on exactly what the strategy is we're trading. If you guys are new to this channel, we are trading candle continuation theory, my mechanical version, like I said, of trades by size ICC. You take a higher time frame. In this case, I use the daily, the lower time frame, the 15-minute, and you wait for a daily candle to break outside of other candles, and you wait for a pullback on the 15-minute, and then a continuation on the 15-minute, and the entries look pretty much identical to this. Now, if you want a better idea of the strategy we trade to a T, I've pinned to the homepage of my YouTube channel my complete CCT trading strategy breakdown. It's a 36-minute in-depth video, and I've also this weekend put out, you guys can see in the bottom here, I put a strategy playlist. I've also put a scalping strategy version of this with the 1 hour and 1 minute. that I think it's super hot. I think it's like a really, really good day trading strategy. I mean, what we're doing on the daily and 15 minutes still day trading, but it's a scalping strategy that's super cool to use. And I just made a fun video this week and breaking it down, and it's super effective. So check those out when you get a chance if you want to know a little bit more about how we trade. And then I'm going to even show you in detail this trade we took, and I'm going to break it down from start to finish. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys, this is the trade we took, and then I'm going to clear the charts and kind of just walk you through from the very beginning exactly how we got to this setup. So we're going to bar replay past this daily candle. I'm going to show you what the charts look like at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys have that checklist that I put on my Twitter, you're going to see exactly what I do on a daily basis is I come to the charts when daily candles close, and I mark up all my charts, and I look for candles that got closed through by the current previous day candle close. So in this case, Sunday evening, we're coming to the charts. I even looked at it Friday evening, but you're coming to the charts and you're seeing when Friday closed. Where did Friday close? Friday obviously closed higher. So the only type of setup on AUD USD we'd be looking for is buys higher. Now, which candles did it close through? It obviously closed through this one right here. And then did it close through any other candles to the left? This candle, it did close through, but this candle had been touched already, so I'm not interested in it. And then this candle up here, did it close through? It did not close through. It closed beneath, so it's not, we have no other points of interest. Our only point of interest today is this line and this line only right here. So we've got no other lines to take trades off of. This is, and I repeat, this is our daily POI. Now we come to the 15 minute, and what we do on the 15 minute is at the start of the next day, we start looking for a setup. Now I'm going to mark up 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time just so you guys can know what it looks like, because when you come to the charts, it's going to look like this at 5 p.m. Well, it's going to be, yeah, 5 p.m. because it's Sunday. It's rolling over in the next day. So it's going to be 5 p.m. on Sunday, really, but it's just kind of weird because it's the weekend. But you come to the charts and it looks like this after you've marked them up. So you have your daily POI when the charts look like this, just so you know. Then you set alerts on your daily POI and you're waiting for it to get closed through. And so it gets tapped a lot, and then it finally does get closed through. And now when it gets closed through, I'll even replay it right here. What you're going to want to start working off of is the candle that closes through, and you want ranges to flip higher, or you want an inversion fair value gap. Now, yes, we are in this candle range, but keep in mind that this candle range is kind of what we want to start working off of, and that's because that candle is the one that actually closed through below our daily POI. Why? And I want to make this is a perfect example to stress this about, but why are we not taking trades off of rejections of our daily POI? If anyone's wondering that, I'm going to break that down right now. The reason you want it to fall back below a daily POI, which is quite frankly this line right here, and we want it to get back below there and actually close below there, is because we want price to accept that range again, right? If price can close inside of it on the 15 minute, then it has accepted that range. Now that it's accepted that range, we want it to trade higher. So we want one of two things in this case. We either want candles to start closing higher, or we want to invert this fair value gap. So basically, now that we've got a close lower, we're working off this candle, and now we can either flip this candle and get ranges closing higher, or we can invert this fair value gap. And you'll see it, and really too, you could flip off this range. It's just, some of the stuff's gonna come over time with the entries. It's gonna be pretty obvious to you the more you trade it. It's super, super easy. But I just took it off the flip of the candle range that flipped and claimed the range, and then after it claimed the range, it immediately flipped back higher. So I wasn't waiting for the inversion or like this entire candle range to get flipped, because this was actually above the range to begin with. So it's just, a lot of it's going to come with time and confidence in the strategy. It's so accurate that you just start to get a feel for it. And basically though, you put your stops below here. We probably got entered a little higher, but it's because of the spread. I think I had my right entry drawn on before, but we're just going to leave it here for the sake of just the drawing and whatnot. And then where are you targeting? You are targeting draw on liquidity right up here. And guys, I want to make a note too about this, because you guys see that when the day opened, candles tried to push higher, but they never tapped our draw on liquidity, right? And there are days where it does go higher, and a lot of people ask like why it already took draw on is it, but it also does create new draw on. So every time it does this, but it hasn't reclaimed this range before, it's creating new draw on liquidity. So technically, I don't draw it on here because that's not my full TP for this, but technically there's more liquidity sitting even in here, and then even more so in here, right at this line. So we got liquidity being built up in here, and then basically we're targeting full draw on previous day, and this is what the trade looks like. This is what the trade looks like, and I know mine was like just below 4 hour after the spread and whatnot, but it's like I mean, if you got in with no spread, you had a over 4 hour trade, an absolute monster of a trade that just ran to draw on liquidity. And that's how the markets move, guys. That is how they move on a daily basis. For those of you saying that it doesn't move like this or that there's something missing, it's the same. I'm showing the same thing every day. And quite frankly, I'm super grateful that everyone's coming back on a daily basis to see the same thing, because it's always the same thing. But the more you see it, repetition is king in this industry. And if you can just repeat it, if you can keep seeing it, if you can keep showing up and doing the same thing over and over again, it's going to become second nature, and you're going to be able to catch amazing trades like this. So this is a great way to start the week and a great way to start the month of December. A lot of people's strategies, at least even for myself in the past, a lot of strategies that I've used in the past, whenever a new month would start, they would do terrible. But this is kind of like even more reassuring for me, knowing that this strategy is still working even on the start of a new month. It's just showing that it's, and plus I've got a lot of experience with this strategy, right? Like I'm bringing it to you guys now, but I didn't learn it like the day I started trading it in front of you. I've known this strategy for quite some time, and I really just started to take it seriously more recently with this series. But all that being said, the people that are back testing stuff and trying it out, I would say live test even more so, and you're gonna see the same thing we're seeing. And the people putting it into practice on a daily basis, you're gonna get it better from putting it into practice on live markets. And on top of that, check out these videos again. I think that I took a lot of time to make them. The whole CCT strategy, trading strategy video, I don't think some of you guys are implementing it properly. And if you have questions, let me know. I try to answer them to the best of my ability in these videos. I try to address concerns. I try to answer everything I can. But yeah, this was the trade today. I already saw some people on Twitter took it. I hope you guys let me know in the chat here too if you did as well. But just an absolute phenomenal trade. And I will see you guys tomorrow. This was probably, it's not too long of a video, but we're signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this with a friend. That's the best thing you can do, is just share it with someone that that trades. And if you don't know someone who trades, and you've been taking years to try to learn trading, and now you're realizing it actually doesn't need to take that long, and it's actually a quicker process, and you want to get someone into trading, maybe share this stuff with them too, because now we can quicken the learning curve, and they don't have to deal with 5 years of stress like I did, or however many years of stress that you dealt with. So I love you guys. I will see you on the next one.